Irving Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
And from Southwest Park in Irving, Texas, it's the ICTN Game of the Week. It's Tenacity against the Gators in Southwest Park, field number 4. Hi, everybody. Rob Willman with you, along with John Nelson. And, John, we finally get some game action. It's a beautiful day, a lot of sun, really hot. And the Gators and Tenacity, Gators a great team. A lot of heat, though, I guess, compared to what we've had in the past. Look, you see the temp there, 96 degrees, light winds, partly cloudy. And it might peak maybe at 97 before it goes down, but we could have a pretty good softball game on our hands tonight.
Yeah, Rob, and if there's a field you want to be on at this particular time, it's this one. Home plate faces southwest, so the sun really not a problem for the batter, the outfielders, maybe just a little bit on the left side of the infield for 30 or 45 minutes, but this is the right field at this time of day.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the lineups. For Tenacity, the pitcher starts off Brittany Belmonte, Chloe Cruz, Marissa Gonzalez, Riley Love, batting cleanup. Lily Rollins will follow. Nadia Gutierrez, Grace Rollins, Lauren Robles, and Jade Delmar. Your starting batting order for Tenacity. And there's the starting pitcher, Amanda Lynn Peterson, getting the nod for the Gators. And we've got run limitations, a few other little minor tweaks, if you will. We also have only so much time to play. We have the clock out in center field, and defensively we'll take a look. Colquitt, Powell, Garcia, your 3 in the outfield. Your infielders, Thompson at first, Colquitt at second, Gonzalez at short, Marissa Spence at third, Bethany Garnica behind the plate, and again, Amanda Lynn Peterson, your starting pitcher.
Tenacity with a record of 7-1, and the Gators undefeated at 10-0. The spring schedule, these games should have been completed before the first week of June, but because of all of the rains, a lot of makeup games that necessitated these two teams meeting each other twice to end the regular season. But when you have 18, 19 inches of rain in a month, some cities around this Irving area, and Irving in particular, can't do anything.
It's hard to believe that this field right here would actually be too wet. You know, it seems like it's half clay anyway out there in the infield, but it did get its share of water like everybody else did.
All right, for the Tenacity, leading it off is Brittany Belmonte, the opposing pitcher. Amanda Lynn Peterson throws, and the first pitch is up high. The age breakdown, 12 through 14. They have a girl on the Tenacity squad that just turned 15. Lauren Robles, the left fielder. 1-0 pitch is inside, ball 2 to Brittany Belmonte. The dimensions here at field number 4. It's 210 to left, 220 to straightaway center, and 220 to right. And the 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike.
Brittany doesn't give the pitcher much of a strike zone, does she?
Not much. You can kind of tell the early zone. Pitches up high and a swing and a miss. Hard pitch to lay off of, and the count now even at 2. I think this is the only field that is 210 to left. And that one right across the heart of the plate, let her high, and Belmonte takes a call, third strike, and there is the first out of the game.
Nice pitch by Peterson that time. With the count being even at 2-2 at the moment, Belmonte just thought she'd get the walk, but she found the strike zone right down the pipe. Pretty pitch.
Here's Chloe Cruz, the second baseman. And that one bounces in front of home plate. Marissa Spence well down the line at third. The bases are 60 feet. It's 40 feet from the slab to home plate. That one a little outside and high.
You know, most of the time, in the outfield at least, center and left, they don't really play deep at all. They're almost like just a couple of feet behind the infielders.
This one taken for a strike. Yeah, the center fielder can't be more than 60 feet beyond second base. Swing and a miss on pitch inside.
You see the center fielder to your left and the right fielder to your right. Like you said, not too far off the dirt.
A lot of shade and left and right and center, and there's a call, third strike, and Amanda Lynn Peterson with a strong start here, striking out the first two batters she faced.
It's a little different for us here on ICTN. We get a lot of pitchers that are just kind of on the way up, if you will, in experience, and 2 strikeouts in a row, kind of rare for us.
This Gator team has been together for quite a while, an experienced team, undefeated. They won both games earlier against Tenacity. Marissa Gonzalez is the shortstop. Wears number 99. She's 14 years old. Swing and a miss. And a count at 0-2. Tenacity again with a record of 7-1. And the next pitch to the right side. Sierra Colquitt has it, and the short toss over to Thompson will do it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Amanda Lynn Peterson and the Gators. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And after a half inning, it's Tenacity to nothing, and the Gators coming up.
Well, that was pretty quick. In the 14 and under league, 3 up, 3 down. The Gators supporting the same name as this year's national champions in women's softball NCAA, the Florida Gators. They defeated Michigan, I guess 2 games out of 3, and won another national championship. They got to kind of have a thing going down there in Gainesville.
UCLA and Florida strong every year. Arizona also with a good squad. Brittany Belmonte, the starting pitcher for Tenacity, as they take the field.
This is who she'll face. Garcia will lead it off. Carneca second, followed by Powell, Peterson, Spence, Colquitt, April Gonzalez, Tiffany Thompson, and Deja Colquitt.
There is a 5-run rule in a half inning. There's a 15-run rule after 3 innings. Trista Spence is the head coach for the Gators, and Marco Belmonte is the head coach for Tenacity.
And defensively outfield, Delamar in right, Rollins in center, Robles in left. The infield has Gutierrez at first, Chloe Cruz at second, Marissa Gonzalez at short, Riley Love at third, Lily Rollins behind the plate, and again Brittany Belmonte, your starting pitcher, has some brightly colored sneakers.
Can't mistake where
our cleats.
She is.
No.
I'm sure these girls are ready to wrap up the spring schedule and enjoy the rest of the summer.
Yeah, school was just out, last week here in Irving.
Oh, there's a multicolored Nike look. Scoreboard in operation and dead center. It's in full shade. And again, we're looking southwest here at field number 4. There's a Joe Taylor field and the Francis Dodson field and the Jim Hill field.
In a number 4 field.
And that's where we are for the first time this year. Shadows beginning to lengthen out in right field, making a little bit of progress towards first base. There's the throw down to second, and we're just about set to go. Angela Garcia will lead things off for the Gators. Garcia, Garnica, and Powell. Outfield straight away, infield about where they should be for Angela Garcia. Where's number 2? Holds that bat up high and awaits the first pitch from Belmonte. And it got her on the back of the leg. Couldn't get away from it.
Take one for the team.
And she did, hit by the pitch. And a base runner for the Gators. And Bethany Garnica will hit the catcher. And that one inside. Gets away from Lily Rollins, and Angela Garcia will take second. And a player in scoring position now.
Oh, right on the leg. That's the painful way to get the free pass. Soft part there of the leg.
Wasn't expecting that to begin the game. I'll just get drilled to begin things. And there she is at second base. And Bethany is the batter. That last pitch not close. This one skips towards home. Here's a throw to third. It is not in time, and standing is Garcia over at third now.
You know what, that was closer than I thought it was going to be. The catcher Rollins with a really good arm threw it right on target to third, but Garcia had just too big of a lead.
Here's a 3-0 count pitch, and it is inside. Here's a shovel toss at home. Not in time as Garcia scampers across home, trying to take second as that one gets away, backed up by the center fielder in Garnica at second base.
Well, Bethany took advantage of that play at home and decided, shoot, I'm going to take an extra base.
She walks, ends up at second base. It's 1-0 in favor of the Gators, and Coach Marco Belmonte out to try to settle down Brittany here in the bottom of the first.
Well, we discuss this almost every time when we've done a game like this, and that is just how important it is just to get the ball over the plate, throw strikes. You walk people, then you end up getting base runners, and a lot more times than not, you know, in this league, they end up scoring.
You kind of like their chances at second base with no outs.
Mm-hmm.
The batter is Madison Powell, the center fielder. Now she's going the all-white helmet look.
Did your help ever show up?
Opens up the stance and chops one to the left side. Fielded by Love, and the throw is not going to be in time. And Garnica will come home as Tenacity just holds the ball too long. They think about it, and alertly, Garnica scampers all the way home. It's 2-0.
Well, Love's at third, and she had a pretty good toss, but the quickness of Powell got her at first and got the run in.
First hit of the game, Amanda Lynn Peterson, the pitcher, swings and fouls one straight back. Two to nothing in favor of the Gators. Again, they're perfect this year at 10-0. Amanda Lynn stands a little closer to the plate. Brittany Belmonte wants the target. There it is, the pitch off the glove of Rollins. And moving up to second is Powell. Just off the end of the catcher's mitt. And an extra base for Powell. Amanda Lynn Peterson back up there. Looking for a pitch to hit. That's not it. They look the runner back to second. And time called. Home plate little dusty. Not much of a breeze tonight.
No, you'd rather be the base umpire than the plate umpire tonight.
Got the better of it here in this game. There's a pitch. It dribbles to the right side. Chloe Cruz going to have to hurry. And she's out. The play at home. And she's out.
Oh, no, change the call. I think she dropped the ball.
She dropped it. Rollins.
I was going to say, what an unorthodox double play for Tenacity, but, I mean, they had her, but they dropped the ball at the plate.
Just couldn't hold on to it. Lily Rollins trying to get Madison Powell.
I mean, they had her.
Well, we never saw from here. We couldn't, but looking right straight down. A comeback run, one hop. Belmonte sends it over to Gutierrez for out number 2. It's a 3-0 game, and Sierra Colquitt is the batter. That could have been the third out, but as it is, he'll have to face an extra hitter, the second baseman Colquitt. 3-0 the score. Belmonte way up high with the first pitch. Sierra and Deja, the two Colquitts on the Gator team. That one outside. And the count at 2-0 on the second baseman. Base hit, a couple of ground outs, a walk, and a hit batter here in the bottom of the first. And that one a little bit tight as Sierra gets away from it, and the count goes to 3-0.
You know, with the 5-run limit, you know, like we have, that first team comes out and gets close to 5, really puts the pressure on the other squad.
All kinds of advantages. This one rolls and hits the foot of Colquitt, ball 4. And the second walk. It's a 3-0 game, and here's April Gonzalez, the shortstop. And Brittany's pitch is inside, gets away from Rollins. Big turn, throw back to second. Chloe Cruz well in front of the bag. Her brother Gonzalez and not able to make a play on the runner, Sierra Colquitt. Gonzalez waiting. Lets that one pass. Inside. Throw back to the circle, and by the time that Brittany can turn, Colquitt standing on third. Well, you got to make up your mind quick, and any kind of hesitation. The base is only 60 feet. It doesn't take any time at all to take that extra base. Here's one hit to the left side. Marissa Gonzalez has it. And the ball dropped by Nadia Gutierrez. And this Tenacity team, Rob, will have to give up 5 outs. That should have been out number 3.
Yeah. I couldn't tell from this angle if the ball had gotten away from the first baseman, Gutierrez, or Gonzalez just had a bad toss. Let's watch it again. It just, went right off her glove. Goodness.
Perfect throw.
Yeah.
Tiffany Thompson is the batter. And moving up to second is Gonzalez. So the score now goes to 4-0. Tiffany Thompson hitting 8th. In the batting order, the first left-hander we've seen swings and misses on a pitch up high. There's a play at third, the slide, the tag, not in time. And Gonzalez now at third.
John, that's twice we've kind of seen the same thing where the runner just breaks, stops at about where the shortstop is, and then when the throw comes back to the pitcher, they take off to third.
And the throw back to the pitcher has to be hard. You can't send one kind of like a lollipop balloon throw, or you'll give up another base. There's a ground out to end the inning, but the Gators score 4 times on 1 hit. And at the end of 1, we have a score of the Gators 4 and Tenacity nothing on our ICTN IGSL Game of the Week. They gave up too many chances, Rob, did the Tenacity on defense that half inning.
Ooh, no wind whatsoever tonight. No relief in sight after, we had all that rain. It was so nice outside. The temp never got really hot, but it is definitely humid. No wind.
I believe sultry kind of.
Sultry. Sultry's good.
Plays its way now. A 4-0 lead as we go to the top half of the second.
Tell you how long it's been. The last time we were on the Game of the Week, the Rangers were below 500. We were already writing their obituary for the year, and now all of a sudden they putting some stuff together, and a lot of the younger players really coming around.
A couple of roster moves, and it is a long season, a very long season. Our Game of the Week from Southwest Park, Marianne Hill Softball Complex. And now the onus for Tenacity is just scratch out some hits and scratch out some runs and try to get back into this game down 4-0. Whose obituary do you want to write now? The Diamondbacks?
Maybe.
Or the
Maybe
Phillies?
Sure. Phillies.
Not the Astros. Hey,
No,
they're not the Astros anymore.
No, and just when you think that they're going to kind of tail off a little bit, they put a couple of games in a row together. So Dodgers coming to town soon. That'll be a fun series. I hear you're going to go see that one.
Monday and Tuesday, and kind of a strange schedule. The Rangers, right after that Tuesday game, fly to LA and play the Dodgers Wednesday and Thursday. So you're home for 2 and gone for 2. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that 2-game series. That one outside, ball 2.
You talk about money, and while teams spend on pitchers, Clayton Kershaw and Greinke, I believe, are starting in those 2 games. And Kershaw, of course, from the Dallas area. Be a little homecoming for him, but some $1 million arms on the mound those 2 games for the Dodgers.
And some outfielders raking in some cash also on that team, but no one has spent money like the Marlins over the last years. Boy, they have unloaded the bank. And that one a little bit inside as time called before the pitch. No. Ball 4 to Riley Love, so she has a free pass, and here's Lily Rollins, the catcher. 4-0 in favor of the Gators.
You know, that's something you'll probably never hear out of Tampa Bay, breaking the bank to sign people.
After losing her manager and a couple of starters before the season began. Swings and misses on a pitch inside, and Riley Love motors into second. And the first runner to reach second tonight for Tenacity, trailing 4-0. That one a little low and a nice stop by Bethany Garnica, the catcher. Marissa Spence just in front of the bag at third. And that pitch around the same area. It misses in the count at 2-1. Let's see how Lily swings the bat, wants to get something close to take a whack at it. She does on a pitch a little bit outside, and that evens the count at 2. Just missed it.
Closing in on the 50-minute mark. The time limit portion of this game.
And that one swung on and missed as Rollins strikes out. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Amanda Lynn Peterson. And it sends up Nadia Gutierrez, the first baseman. Swings and misses as Amanda Lynn took a little bit off of that pitch, just kind of floated it over. Comebacker, no problem. The throw a little low and dug out by Tiffany Thompson. Love has to hold at second.
Good job by Tiffany at first base that time, scooping that out of the dirt. A low toss. Peterson had a lot of time, and you see that a lot though. Pitchers sometimes, they just, for some reason, don't take their time, but she scooped it out.
Pitch is low to Grace Rollins, the center fielder. You know, it'll be the Rangers' luck. The Giants come in for a couple of games in August. It'll be their luck to face Madison Bumgarner. Whoa, up high, fielded by the catcher. The throw to third is not in time. And Riley Love now over at third. 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Isn't this the year that the Giants are supposed to be bad? Bad one year, World Series the next?
Even numbered years are good.
Yeah.
10, 12, and 14.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Baseball's already has millions of quirks as it is. Just add that one to the list.
A swing and a miss by Grace Rollins. No other sport's so numbers driven as baseball. Lays off of that pitch way up high. 2 outs here in the top of the second. 4-0 is the count. And that one taken all the way right above the knees for a called third strike, as Amanda Lynn Peterson now has struck out 4, and Tenacity leaves a runner at third. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left at third. It's the middle of the second. Our score remains the same. The Gators 4 and Tenacity nothing.
Speaking of the Rangers, they have Oakland here, and they'll get to see Ron Washington, bench coach, third base coach, and that got me to thinking, John, if you look back when the Rangers went to the World Series, how many players are still on the roster now that was part of that team then?
In 2010 when they played the Giants?
Yeah.
Oh, no more than 2.
Yeah, I can just think of Beltray and Elvis.
Hamilton now.
Yep. And Moreland. Was Moreland there?
Oh,
I think so.
Boy, at the time, I think he was. So that's 4.
That's the only ones I can think of. The bullpen, shoot, that's been a revolving door in the last 4 years. Catchers have gone. Second baseman, of course, got traded. Right fielder, center fielder. I don't know if Martin came up a couple of years ago.
You have no bullpen, you have no chance. I mean, you have to be solid, well, nowadays, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Well, the pitch count is with 90 or 95 pitches. So specialized, big money contracts, incentives. 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the second and the bottom of the order coming up for the Gators. It'll be Deja Colquitt to lead it off, waiting for the catcher to get back. That's a Lily Rollins. She struck out in the top half of this inning. The way the time limit goes, as hot as it is, I don't think you need more than 3 warm-up pitches, and you're set.
Especially in softball.
Mm-hmm. So in the circle is Belmonte. She's set. Deja Colquitt, the right fielder, leads it off. Holds that bat up high. Doesn't offer that pitch. It bounces in front of home. Jerks away from that pitch inside. On deck is Sarah Ferguson. She's the extra hitter for the Gators tonight. Gators will end up playing their full complement of 12 games before this spring schedule is over. Lifted into center field. Playable for Rollins. Grace Rollins with a nice catch in center. Tenacity will end up playing 10 games.
Center fielder was a little bit deeper than normal and needed just about 3 steps in. Good job, make the catch.
Sarah Ferguson is a batter and gets away from the first pitch. Angela Garcia is ready on deck. Had a notion but held off on that pitch up high.
You know, Tenacity seems to play a little deeper at center and left than the Gators do defensively. In the outfield, on the flip side of that, right now at least, the infield fairly in.
They know what good hitters this team is, having played them twice already. The experienced squad that they are, undefeated at 10-0. They lead 4-0. Got a swing at this one in the air to the second baseman. Cruz waits for it to stop spinning, smothers it, and feeds Gutierrez for out number 2.
You bring up a good point because when these hitters hit the ball, oftentimes that softball has some movement on it, some English get away from you.
2 outs. And here's the other extra hitter, and the first pitch is inside.
Samantha Gonzalez. Samantha wearing 14, the second extra hitter in this lineup.
Get up.
Four runs in the bottom half of the first for the Gators. See if that is going to be enough in this contest. That one slipped out of the hand of Belmonte. Way up high over the padding, and the count at 3-0.
John, they say that the older you get, you don't have to have as much cool air. You know, you can take a little bit more heat. I'm not buying it right now. Let me tell you.
The dry heat of the humidity and all that.
Heat's heat. It was 80 degrees in our mom's house the other day. I said it is 80, and I turn it down at night for to go to sleep. I said, what about now?
That sun-baked roof.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit while to cool it off. Angela Garcia is a hitter. So ball 4 with 2 outs. Angela hit by a pitch to begin the game. That one off the mitts. And scampering into second base is the Gators' Samantha Gonzalez. They used to, years ago, when you made her trip to Las Vegas for the first time, it was always, it's a dry heat. It's not so bad when you get there. Almost killed me when I got out of the McCarran Airport. You're right, heat's heat.
That's right. What time of year was it?
Oh, this was July. It
was.
Yeah.
Now you know why the town never sleeps.
And Vegas wasn't built up as much as it is now, but man, you're right. You can get a suntan at midnight. I mean, you can get a burn because of all the lights at midnight on the strip. 4-0, runner at third with 2 outs. Need a couple of strikes here. That one gets away, and ball 4, and Angela Garcia has reached base now twice.
I think that's going to do it for Belmonte.
Brittany Belmonte going to be lifted here in the bottom of the second. The score is 4-0. And out of the dugout, another right-hander, number 37. That's Emma Rollins. Emma also plays some outfield. Runners at the corners. Tenacity needing just one more out. They got a fly ball to center. Then Sarah Ferguson grounded out to second. They looked in pretty good shape. And then a walk and another walk. And now a new pitcher.
We might have a new catcher, too. It appears, I think, Belmonte may move behind the plate and do the catching because Rollins went inside the dugout.
So Emma will take her warm-up tosses here in the bottom half of the second frame.
The coach doing the catching right now, the warm-ups, Brian Love, he's a lifetime Irving resident, played for MacArthur, basketball, football. He was an all-around athlete, one of the really strong athletes in the early years of MacArthur High. And yes, Belmonte will now go behind the plate.
Now, who was coaching Mac then?
There he is right there. Who was coaching
Brian
Mac?
Love.
Who was coaching Brian Love back in those days? Ray Overton, perhaps?
I think it scored some points. They had a pretty good offense for about 6 or 7 straight years.
They had it figured out, didn't they?
Bethany Garnica is the batter. So the new pitcher, Emma Rollins. And that went in for a strike. Ball gets away. Shortstop there to take control of it. Emma Rollins, the new pitcher. Bethany walked her first time up and scored the game's second run. 2 outs. That one outside and high, and the count levels at 1. Right fielder in the shade. That's Jade Delamar. That one on the corner. Didn't know if he's going to give it to her. It's a called strike. Right on the inside edge.
He has a delayed call.
Count at 1-2. Pitcher kind of has a double windmill approach. Kind of hesitates and brings it around twice.
Let's watch it from center field. Yeah. Kind of whirly birds it, doesn't it?
And that one on the outside black. So Bethany Garnica is rung up as the Gators leave a runner on first and third. That's the end of the second inning. Our score, the Gators 4 and Tenacity 0 on our ICTN Game of the Week.
I'll try to bring us back. And with temperatures the way they are in the 90s, why not come out to the spray park and enjoy the sprinkler system out there? You see some of the little kids there to the left with their water bottles full of H2O and just having a good time.
Those are lifers. They got here at 12.
They have their lawn chair. They already put it out, like in baseball games where the parents will lean them up against the fence.
Right.
4 hours before the game. We do have a new pitcher there, Mr. Nelson.
Sierra Colquitt now pitching for the Gators, and Lauren Robles is the batter. Amanda Lynn Peterson went 2 innings and struck out 4. Turns away from that pitch. Jade Delamar will hit second for Tenacity. Looking for their first hit. Only batter that reached base was Wiley Love. She walked to begin the second inning. That one is a call strike on the outside edge, just above the waist. Too good a pitch to take. Down 4-0, swing the bat. It's close, take a rip at it. Try to get back in this game.
Take your swings.
Lauren is 15, just turned 15. Chop foul. Trying to put that ball in play.
15, that was many years ago.
When school ended in mid-May.
Didn't have to start up till September.
And that one inside and a leadoff walk. And the second base runner tonight for Tenacity, Jade Delamar hitting for the first time. Number 27, the right fielder. Swings and misses on the first pitch, and a good pitch it was from Colquitt. She wears the mask, as does the shortstop.
Well, I know Peterson is now the first baseman.
That one low, and Peterson takes the throw at first. Right above the pitcher, and the throw is in time. The second baseman making that nice pickup. Angela Garcia, ball that just floated over the head of Colquitt. It just hit and died. And
thought she was
pickup.
like trying to make a move to get the runner. It's kind of an awkward, she kind of was awkward in her throw, in her stance, and took her a while to kind of stretch the legs a bit, but they got her. First baseman there. Peterson, who we talked about, just moved over there, man. She barely had that foot on the bag.
Miranda Hernandez is the batter. So a runner at second. To the right side and through. Rounding third is Robles, and she will score. It is 4-1, and Miranda ends up at second base. She has a base hit to right field and an RBI.
Well, that's just a case of hit it where they're not, because the second baseman again was making a move towards second base. Look right there. You see her, number 2, Garcia. And that enabled, first of all, the base hit and Robles to come and score.
So a run tonight for Tenacity. It's 4-1. And now the top of the order. Brittany Belmonte struck out her first time up. One out here in the inning. Squares around to bunt and bunts it foul. Just off the end of the bat and straight back to the backstop.
You watch any of that Texas A&M TCU series?
You know what? I went to bed about, I don't know, 11 o'clock and thought, man, I'm going to turn on the radio. I just want to listen to it. Bunted. Nice bunt. Picked up by the catcher, and the throw is not in time. How about that? A bunt single for Brittany Belmonte. And Miranda Hernandez moves over to third.
Oh, caught him napping a little bit, and she has good speed, and, you know, the bases are not very long. You just got to get a jump.
Perfect bunt.
Oh, it just died right in front of the home plate. And give Tenacity credit, manufacturing some action here.
It's 4-2. A look to home. The throw at first. Here's a play at third, and it is a double play to end the inning. The run did score. And that will do it. It's not the prettiest way to get runs, but they do count, as Tenacity putting the ball in play and making the Gators feel it. The comebacker to Colquitt. She looks at home, gets the sure out at first, and then a play at third. Spence and the tag on the right knee. That erases Belmonte. couple of runs this inning for Tenacity. So the middle of the third, and the lead cut in half. It is a 4-2 Gator lead.
Hey, give Tenacity credit. Give Tenacity credit. They manufactured some runs, took advantage of the change in the pitching staff, and just made contact. You know, that really could, at least for the Gator defensively, that last play and the series of plays there, the pitcher didn't know what to do at first. She was so indecisive. Finally went for the sure thing, which was, you know, the right thing to do when you were up 4-1 before the run scored.
Have to know how many outs and get at least one and limit the damage.
Finish that TCU talk. All those games going long and, you know, extra innings, and shoot, even that TCU North Carolina State game where they were in a must-win do-or-die situation and won 2 in a row to get the date with A&M, and then Aggies put up a valiant effort and a great fight. And the third and final game, I just went to sleep.
Yeah, I got to bed about 11 o'clock. I thought, let me turn on the radio. So I listened to KTCU for the next 6 innings.
Did you really?
I did.
You didn't go to sleep?
I didn't. I stayed with it.
Wow. that usually is disastrous for me. You know, once you lay down, that's it.
I know, but I wanted to know who won, and it was the final spot open for Omaha. Whoever won that game was the last team in the College World Series, and A&M had home run hitters galore, but couldn't get the runs and hold a lead when it counted in that series, except for Game 2.
Did the TCU announcer go crazy when they won it?
He did. Backhanded by the third baseman of A&M. Kind of juggled it, and the throw got away from the catcher at home.
Yeah, that was a gutsy play to score all the way from second on an infield hit.
5-4 Frogs. First batter swings and lifts one foul over the backstop. That's Madison Powell.
The Horned Frogs are very quick this year. They got a lot of team speed, and they'll have their hands full with LSU in the opening round game. Yeah,
LSU, year in and year out, they are so strong offensively and good pitching. I mean, 3D. Swinging a foul back for Madison Powell, who singled her first time up.
Some people get tired of hearing about the SEC in football. Now you got to hear about it in baseball. They had like 4 teams, 4 out of the 8 are from the SEC going to Omaha.
At A&M won.
Yeah.
Another entry. That one down low. Whatever they're paying Jim Schlossnagle, man, they have got their money's worth out of him. I don't think any team wins as many home games in the Big 12. They just never lose at home.
Didn't they lose 1 all year, I think, at home in the Big 12?
Might have been Tech. Yeah. Or maybe Okie State. I can't remember one game for sure.
One game, yeah.
Lupton Stadium's a great ballpark. To left field. It is a foul ball just off the left field line. Madison Powell. Mandolin Peterson on deck here in the bottom of the third. It's a 4-2 Gator lead. I love college baseball, though, especially this time of the year when all the prospects have signed or will be drafted. To the left side. Marissa Gonzalez fields, throws, and the play at first in time. Nadia Gutierrez able to hold on to it, and there's out number 1. Number 99 there.
A little bouncer there to short. Nice clean field, and got her by a step.
Marissa Gonzalez to Nadia Gutierrez, and here's Amanda Lynn Peterson. Grounded out to the second baseman her first time up. Marissa Spence to follow here in the home half of the third. Brittany Belmonte lasted an inning and 2/3. Emma Rollins will finish things up tonight.
Talk about the draft. Trent Clark from Richland, 15th overall, went to the Brewers.
to right field. Plugs the gap. Rollins and Delamar out there. And Amanda Lynn Peterson has herself a double. Throw gets away. And will end up at third. Credited with a double. Ends up at third with one out. That's the second hit for the Gators tonight.
Oh, by far the best hit of the day, too. Got it right out on the end of the bat. Hit it in right center, and she wasn't going to stop till she got to third. But she looks at her coach and just keeps on, and the ball hit the shortstop in the head after the bounce. Her teammates kind of giggling at her.
Kicking up rooster tail dirt on her way to third. Here's Marissa Spence, the third baseman. Rounded out back to the pitcher, her first time up. 4-2, Gators lead. Runner at third, and a swing and a foul tip.
One other player in the Metroplex to go in the first round was Bo Burrows out of Weatherford.
Oh, he's one of the best pitchers I've seen.
Yeah, 22nd overall. Went to the Tigers. Man, 132 strikeouts and an ERA of 0.78. That's incredible.
Those are those Todd Van Poppel numbers back when he played. May not have been that good, but yeah, this kid from Weatherford is pretty solid. There's a throw back to third, and Amanda Lynn Peters going to try to score, and she does. She scores standing, avoids a tag of Lily Rollins. It's 5-2.
Poor Lily. How'd you like to have Rollins coming barreling down on you there at third, or Peterson, excuse me, barreling down, and
she was able to draw the throw, just kind of bird dogging the catcher,
and just dropped it. I mean, she got a break there, and got a break here too. Just was able just to get around the tag.
Stepped over it. Marissa Spence still up there, and she swings and lifts one foul over the visiting Tenacity dugout, first base side.
Peterson showing no fear running the bases, huh?
Not much back off at all. 5-2 is the score. Gators in command and about to go to a perfect 11-0. Just one out here in the inning. Pitch is bounced in front of home. Right side of the batter's box is almost completely covered now with dirt, not much lines to frame that batter's box left. Here's a pitch, and that is ball four, and Marissa Spence runs down to first. With two outs, Sarah Colquitt is the batter.
You notice the rubber on the pitcher's mound, how it's really dug out to one side, where all the pitchers really just kind of hang to the left side of the rubber, their left side.
Yeah, it's a pretty good rut.
Yes.
Colquitt started out at second base, came into pitch last inning. There's a look from center field, and there is the trench.
Yes.
In front of the rubber.
Just to that left side.
Right field in complete shade. This one lifted in the air to left field, coming on as Robles, and able to get to it on one bounce. And Sarah Colquitt able to dump one into left field, and a third hit for the Gators. Spence moves up to second.
Everybody swings.
This will bring up April Gonzalez, the shortstop.
No bat should be left behind.
If he brought it,
swing it.
Take a whack at it. Well, the center fielder way deep. Grace Rollins out there right in front of our production van. 5-2 the score, and the pitch up high. Runner at second is Spence. Sierra Colquitt at first. Gonzalez reached on an error her first time up. That's when the Gators scored 4 times. Bottom of the third. Pitch inside, and Rollins trying to block it, going to throw anyway to third. Both runners move up. Catcher may be the most valuable position in this league for any team. If you have a solid catcher that's able to grab it and hold on to every pitch, you have a little bit of an advantage. That one, a called strike on the inside corner. Can you see the plate? Oh, it's covered up. Kind of hard to see. It's a dirty brown. But it was a called strike, and the count 2-1. From center field as we close in on the pitcher. And the next pitch stays outside and high. Throw to third. They got the runner hung up. Back to third. And in time is Marissa Spence.
They really kind of live on the edge on the bases, don't they?
Or if you don't tag her the first time, and again, only because it's 60 feet. I mean, that's not much space to cover. The older you get, just hoping for a throw and to make something happen. Best scenario, just send it back to the pitcher in the circle and the ball's dead. Trying to tighten up the laces on that glove is Rollins. That's not a catcher's mitt, more of an outfielder's glove. And that pitch inside, and the bases are loaded here. A Gator on every base. And the batter, number 18, Tiffany Thompson. Thompson, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup. Grounded out back to the pitcher in the first inning. Swings and bloops one foul, just out of the reach of the catcher first base side. Rollins again, the second pitcher of the night for Tenacity.
It's been a fun game. I mean, we've seen so many games to where
we had the Gators and the Lady Dragons earlier this spring.
umpire checking the how many out count, one person down. But getting back to that other point, we've seen a lot of games that were just nothing but walks and stolen bases and 5 runs. But we've seen a lot of action in this one.
Swing and a miss. Again, the runner hung up. Back and forth.
Third baseman needs to run more.
Rollins needs to kind of cut off that angle back to the bag and block the base.
Love gets rid of the ball too quickly. She needs to run down that line a little bit more before throwing the ball back to the catcher.
Too many throws, and again, the runner with third Spence stays alive. Second time she could have been tagged out.
She's going to do it again. Here we go.
Glove down, hand in front of the bag first. Yeah, you lead 5-2. I mean, there's only one out. May want to give Thompson a chance to swing that bat again. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Can't swing on that one. Gets away from Rollins, but able to run it down. Bases loaded here in the home half of the third. Gators with a 3-run lead.
I'm surprised Spence didn't take off on that pass ball.
Try to score.
Yeah, third.
Looking in is Rollins. That one outside. Count all even at 2. See how much room, and there's not much room at all between home plate and the backstop. Got in front of that one and sends it foul, way ahead of the pitch. Thompson sends one between the fields. So the count stays at 2-2. Or 3-2 rather. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one over the head, ball 4. It'll be 6-2 as Spence comes in from third. All the other runners move up. Tiffany Thompson credited with a walk and an RBI. And now they lead at 4.
After all that with Spence at third base, and then she just gets to walk in.
That was the easiest,
wasn't it?
60 feet. Colquitt sends one high off of the backstop on the first pitch. Deja flied out to center. Back in the second inning. Tops one foul just to the right of home. No place to put Deja with the bases loaded. 2 runs home this inning. Irving Girls Softball League Game of the Week on ICTN, wrapping up their spring schedule. Inside, runner hoping for a throw. There it is. Love back to the catcher. Now Love has to run in a little closer. She's out of the baseline. And there's the tag, but dropped. Trying to get her again. Oh, Colquitt was well outside the line. And Marco Belmonte going to summon the entire infield and may decide, hey, we don't need any of these extra throws and a chance for one to get away and another run. Just concentrate on the hitter, because if they do it once, they'll do it again. I mean, they'll do it every game. Nothing new in the playbook. It's just if you can get away with it and hope the ball is dropped.
Well,
but you also want to try to hit it also.
From Coach Belmonte's perspective, it's like, don't throw it. If you do, run her down more before you get into a catch.
That pitch inside. There we go again.
Run. There you
That should be there. That gets away from Love. And now they're going to try to score. And it's a 2-player pass. It's a handoff. And the pitcher covering home. Emma Rollins, 7-2.
That did not go over as planned if you're a Tenacity teammate. But the Gators, who are very, shall I say, aggressive on the bases, pick up another run.
You should never make more than 3 throws. I mean, 3's about the limit. In the air, in front of the center fielder, Grace Rollins. April Gonzalez rounding third. It is 8-2. Here's another run home. It is 9-2. And Deja Colquitt all the way over to third.
And that's the 5th run, I believe, folks. Watch it again. Boy, nice hit. Got all of it.
Couple of RBIs.
Past the center fielder.
Trying to chase it down. They scored 4 runs in the first and now 5 here in the third. As it goes 9-2 and a commanding, insurmountable lead now for the Gators. Now the Irving All Sports Association, and this is a big deal every year, they recently awarded 5 scholarships to high school seniors who spent part of their childhood playing sports in the city of Irving. Scholarship was presented to Irving's 2-sport star, Crystal Okiki. Former Lady Tigers will attend the University of Texas at Austin this fall. Fellow Irving graduate Yamalik Sanchez also earned a scholarship. The all-district midfielder will play college soccer at Oklahoma Baptist University. And Nimitz graduate Madison Lewis also awarded a scholarship by the IASA, the Irving All Sports Association. Fellow Lady Viking softball standout Julia Rogers and MacArthur's Andre Riggins, also recipients of scholarship awards. Congratulations to this year's Irving All Sports Association scholarship recipients.
Well done, ladies. Seems like we had Okiki playing since he was a freshman, I think, in all the sports. Every year we were calling out Okiki's name at Irving High School. Good luck to her in Austin and whatever her endeavors are in the future. You know, we talked about how the weather's really delayed things. They just finished the UIL Girls Softball Championships just last week in Louisville, went all the way to state but lost to Katy. In fact, Katy had to come back from behind to win the semifinals, and then they had a walk-off single to win it all against the Lady Farmers.
Louisville won the state 2 years ago, but came up a run short to Katy. The Lady Cats of Aledo, back-to-back state champions in Class 5A, beating Cedar Park Vista Ridge 3-2. And Huffman Hargrave winning the Class 4A final.
Got a new pitcher in there, Madison Powell, pitching for the Gators.
Number 13. And the extra hitter will lead it off for, rather, the shortstop, Marissa Gonzalez. Gonzalez made contact her first time up, grounded out to the second baseman. Riley Love on deck. 9-2 is the score. And that one on the outside corner for a call strike. Peterson, Colquitt, and now number 13, Madison Powell.
Gators have definitely been able to use their roster tonight and let a lot of players get out there and play different positions.
Next to the last game for both of these teams, a swing and a miss on a ball down low.
I think Thompson's back at first base and might have a new second baseman. Everyone's new. I think the second baseman, Colquitt, might have moved to third, but it's all helter-skelter out there defensively for the Gators. They've got a bunch of fresh faces out there here as the time is down to the 6-minute mark, so we're almost through with this game.
New right fielder as well. And that pitch, and it got her on the foot. Mishra Gonzalez takes first. So a leadoff runner on for Riley Love, the third baseman. Love walked and got as far as third, her first time up. This will draw a throw, and taken by the second baseman, and the tag a little close. Just getting back as Gonzalez able to get that lead hand on the bag. Lily Rollins on deck. Nobody out, top of the fourth. This will be the last at bat. And a dribbler to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, wasting no time. Gets it over to first in time for out number one. That's the way to make a decision and end all doubt. Nice pickup by number one, Sierra Colquitt.
Yeah, she did look at third, just a split second, but just get the easy out. You got the lead. She looked for second. You saw her there, but, man, she rifled it into the first baseman, Thompson.
One out, runner at third. And Lily Rollins is the batter. Rollins struck out her first time up. This behind the leg, fielded by the catcher, who takes it on one bounce off of the backstop and applies a tag at home. Bethany Garnica fielding that ball off of the lower part of the backstop.
You know it's your night, Mr. Nelson, when plays like that happen.
Nothing you can do about it, and
oh, I mean, you're down at third. You're watching everybody else score on a pass ball, and, man, she had to really get there in a hurry. And I don't know, sports fans.
There's a good slide by Marissa Gonzalez. This one to the left side. And there's the play at first. That is out number 3 and the game. So a threat, but not much more for Tenacity here in the top half of inning number 4. 9-2. As that will end things, and the Gators.
Well, they may have their at bats. I'm guessing, even though they're up.
Well, that's not going to do it. Regardless of, we're down to 4 minutes when that happened.
Yeah, 3 minutes, but they'll bat till the clock strikes 0, I assume.
Okay, so the 75-minute time limit
is
more than
gold.
likely will expire. May not more than one batter. 7-run lead. Gators will go to a perfect 11-0. So the Tenacity back out there on defense. Pitcher remains Emma Rollins. And the extra hitter going to lead it off.
The Duchess of York.
A little bit of resemblance.
Yeah. Let's watch that play at the plate one more time. That one angle looked like perhaps it was safe, but let's.
Bang, bang.
Yep. Unless the umpire believes she slid over the plate and didn't touch it, but otherwise it looked like she was there.
Marissa Gonzalez sliding across home. Nine to 2. Here's the score. That one on the lower part of the back is Sarah Ferguson hit by the pitch. She'll take first.
And that'll give us an opportunity to thank our sponsor for the ICTN Game of the Week, Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning, our charter sponsor on ICTN since day one. And we appreciate the fine folks at Gerald Stavely for supporting ICTN Game of the Week.
Samantha Gonzalez is the batter. Throw to second will be taken by the shortstop. It's kicked out at a short right field, but no extra base taken by Ferguson. Samantha Gonzalez is the batter. 9-2, her team on top. Just trying to ride out the time limit here. Swings and this one in the air to left field. It's a fair ball and a base hit. And Sarah Ferguson will go to third. And moving up to second is the batter, Samantha Gonzalez. Nice hit. That's the 4th hit of the game.
Got it right out of the sweet spot there and blooped that one down the left field line.
Short, compact swing results in a double. Runners at second and third.
If you're one of those that like to see everything nice and tidy, you would say that would be a good way to end it, because that way everyone would have a chance to bat twice and no one would bat any more than that.
At least 2 times, you're right. Angela Garcia now up there for the 3rd time. Runners on second and third. She has been hit by a pitch and walked into center field and behind second base, and a base hit, the 5th hit for the Gators. Run scores, it's 10-2. And runners on first and third, now trying to take second, and doing so is Garcia. She's been on base all 3 times. Sarah Ferguson able to score easily.
Just like a good leadoff batter should do, right? Get on base.
Exactly. So an 8-run lead. And that pitch
Could be the last.
inside and tight. Yeah, closing in on it. Bethany Garnica is the hitter. Has walked, scored a run, and struck out. Blocked by the catcher Rollins. 1 run home. Runners remain at second and third. Emma Rollins, the pitcher. Nice pitch, and rifles one right by her glove. It hits the second base. Goes out into center field. 1 run home, 2 runs home. It is 12-2. Here's a run down, the throw, and another throw, and the tag. And there is an out, and that may do it. 2 runs came home, and that is the game. It ends on a base hit by Bethany Garnica that literally hit second base. A base hit. And additional runs coming home, 12-2, as 3 runs come home to end it for the Gators.
Garnica right over the plate. Look at it hit the second base. You could see the powder explode a little bit on the base and brings the 2 runs in. And it was just a matter of just really strong pitching by the Gators, as well as some really good hitting and gutsy plays on the base paths that paid off for the Gators tonight.
Well, that'll do with the Gators with a record now of 11-0. Tenacity has their record now at 7-2. 12-2, our final score here from Southwest Park. Our thanks to our hardworking ICTN production crew, the staff here at Southwest Park. Once again, our final score, the Gators 12 and Tenacity 2. For Rob Willman, this is John Nelson saying good night from Southwest Park in Irving.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning,